What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Cam, and we are here on Madden 24, and we're going to build the best possible lineup, at least in my eyes, for MUT Champs. If you don't know, by the time you're seeing this video, the comp pass is live. The new comp pass is live in Madden 24, and I think it's right to make a team builder video just because the meta has changed. The loop blitzes in general, pressure in general has been patched. Getting pressure now is going to be borderline impossible from what I'm hearing, so I'm gonna hop on here, buy a new team, gonna have to try to work out a new scheme. I will say, if you can't get a stop in MUT Champs this weekend, do not be alarmed. Nobody is going to be able to get a stop because nobody knows what they're doing. No, generally, nobody knows what to do to get a stop. So, you know, I'd suggest going for a lot of fourth downs on offense, try to score as much as you can. And defense could be a little question mark, but we're going to hop in here with a fresh team, buy a new team, and hopefully they can carry me to a few wins in MUT Champs, even though I don't know what I'm doing. Before we hop in the team builder real quick, I will say, during the beginning of this video, I'm going to start to plug my Twitter. Actually, this is a really smart idea. I'm going to pull it up on the same thing I'm pulling everything else up. You don't know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. That's okay. Hold on. God, that's such a weird picture. I don't know if I like that picture. But, beginning of these videos, I'm going to start to plug my Twitter, because, you know, a lot of people plug their Instagram, you know, whatever. I'm on Twitter, you know, what I usually tweet out, like the Madden reveals, or just, you know, generic sports stuff in general. Ignore the banner picture. I probably have to change that. It's a couple years ago, and, you know, it kind of looks... you know what it looks like, okay? So I'm not gonna talk about it, but Cam Marshall 9 right here is the @. Gonna put it in the description now from now on. But if you're interested in my content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're interested in, you know, some outside, you know, social media, follow my Twitter. Gonna start plugging that. Got to. But we're gonna hop into the team builder, and I have it right here on MUT.gg. If you're unfamiliar with MUT.gg, it lets you build a lineup with all the players in the game. It lets you try out, it lets you show what abilities are on which player, shows you a full theme team if you're interested in theme teams, training prices of cards. It's a really great website, not just for making a team builder. So another plug, if you're interested, go check out MUT.gg. A lot of great stuff on that website. Probably the best Madden website that exists. But we're going to go over my team on here, and then we're going to buy it and show it to you in game. And before we do, I kind of want to go over a little bit of kind of like my thought process and why I have what I have. So the O-line is pretty self-explanatory, and you know, I don't suggest maybe building this exact team just because for coin purposes it's probably not the most coin friendly. I'd say, you know, 7.39 million is a decent amount of change. But this team did not spare any expense, so this is not for the budget beast at all. O-line is O-line. You know, I try not to spend, you know, a crazy amount like OD. Like I'm not spending an extra 100K for Quentin Nelson. I'm not spending another 400K for Jawan Taylor right here. Like I get pretty much the top of the top O-lineman, but maybe not the best one. And some people say O-line doesn't matter. Some people say it do. I am under the belief that it does. So, gonna roll with that. Quarterback is Josh Allen. He is the undisputed best quarterback in the game right now, especially with that X factor. I haven't ran it. On here it's saying it's 0 AP. That'd be amazing, but I'm not sure if it is or not. But pretty much with the unstoppable cards, if you're unaware, the X Factor has increased objectives, but if you complete the objectives, it stays on the whole game. So that's a little overpowered. That's why you're going to see a lot of these new unstoppable cards in my lineup. So Josh Allen's here. I have 3 AP on him. Usually it's what I run for my quarterback at the moment. Gunslinger is a must. It's going to be 2 AP on every single quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. And then tier 1, I have gift wrapped. If you're unfamiliar with gift wrapped, it is, you know, when you high point a ball, you might see some receivers drop it or some overthrows. gift wrap fixes the drops and I think some of the overthrows. I know it fixes the drops. So, if you high point the ball, please run a gift wrap. You'll thank yourself later. So tight end right here, we have Kyle Pitts. So we pretty much have Kyle Pitts because he has 90 speed. He's not going to be able to run block, but 90 speed at the tight end sounded insane, and it clearly is. The next highest one right now in the game is Vernon Davis with 88, and Vernon Davis is a very, very fast player. Gronk with 86. I mean, only one player has an 88, and Kyle Pitts is 2 above that. So, I don't think Kyle Pitts is a bad buy for whatever his price is right now, just for the fact alone that 90 speed is going to give you some real longevity in this position. You're not going to have to upgrade for a long time in terms of speed, considering he's already 2 higher than only one other card. He's 3-4 higher than any other tight end in the game. Kyle Pitts is a must. Receiver-wise, it's pretty self-explanatory. DK gave DK 90 speed, which is very fast for a receiver. Route running looks exceptional. Big receiver, the weight matters. Weight pretty much equates to broken tackles. Obviously, the broken tackle stat equates to broken tackles, but the heavier player is, the more likely they are to break a tackle in this game. Calvin is Calvin. Calvin's 6'5". We know who Calvin Johnson is at this point. Probably the best receiver in the game. I don't know, though, because DK's got 2+ speed on him. Either way, I think DK and Calvin are the best receivers in the game. They're going to be on my team. Tyreek is for returns, and he's still also got 90 speed. He's just faster than these guys. It's kind of what it comes down to. I got some good route runners. I got some good down-the-field guys. I want the fastest player possible at this position, and who else than Tyreek Hill to fill that role. And finally, halfback here, we have Walter Payton. There's plenty of running backs. People still argue that Bo Jackson right here is still better. I just went for the fastest one just because, I think a lot of these guys are very, very similar, and I don't run abilities on my running backs. So I could have gone Christian McCaffrey. I could have gone Najee. Najee's very heavy at 242. I could have gone back to Bo Jackson. I used him before I sold my team. I'm going Walter Payton. That is very, very, very subject to change, but for this much chance run, I'm going Walter Payton. And then so I run 3 AP on Josh Allen, and then all these receivers get slot apprentice, which is extra hot routes in the slot for 2 AP. So whoever I put in the slot, that's what's going to run. So that's going to be 5 of my 6 AP. And the last one I'll probably just put on Walter Payton. I think it's like that reach for it ability. If I'm not mistaken, it's like, yeah, reach for it, just extra yards after contact. And that's kind of my offense. The offense is kind of self-explanatory. If you want to know my playbook, I do run the Cincinnati Bengals playbook on offense. The offense meta hasn't changed that much. I mean, I guess you don't have to block as many people to stop blitzes. But the defense is where it's changed. The defense is where I've had to change my entire philosophy. I was a loop blitzer. It is what it is. Call it what you want. I clearly can't fucking do that anymore. So we're going to hop over to defense. I'm going to hop over to this different website, show you the playbook I'm running, show you what I'm going, what my ideas. I don't put any stock in this. I would highly recommend do not copy my defensive scheme. It's probably not going to fucking work, but we're going to be operating out of the Seattle Seahawks defense here, and we're going to be operating nickel 3-3 Cubs. And so originally what you would do for loop blitz is you would be in the 3-3, or I mean, I guess you wouldn't audible down for the loop. But what I used to do is start in nickel 3-3 and audible down to 3-3 Cub. Because if you could see these little guys right here, these outside guys, you could make them safeties if you audible down. It took away audibly down. You can't change your formation on defense, which is stupid, but it is what it is. So these guys are going to have to stay linebackers, unfortunately, but everything else is going to kind of remain the same. So you're going to look at these 5-man front. This is going to be a defensive tackle, your left to right end, your 2 linebackers, edge rushers. So mine's going to be my edge rusher. So I'm going to have 5 D linemen. Sub linebacker could be a safety, could be a middle linebacker right here. Corner, slot corner, corner, safety, safety. It's pretty self-explanatory, but this is what I'm going to try to run out of today. We're going to see how flexible I can really get with it. But like I said, nobody knows what to do right now on defense. Everyone's just throwing shots in the dark. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. I'm going to walk you through my defense, what I've chosen. Start with the defensive line. My middle guy, I think right now with the meta, you want an inside stuff guy. If I'm not mistaken, inside stuff only comes on Quinnen Williams and Vita Vea. Two very expensive cards. I think Quinnen Williams is better. 92 block shot, 92 power move, 90 strength and tackle for only a 90 overall. His weight's not as high, but I think he'll be the better card. I'm running inside stuff for 2 AP just to try to stop the run game a little bit. No matter which way they run, Quinnen Williams should be directly in the middle. Hopefully get some sheds. Haven't used inside stuff this year, so we're going to see how effective it is. And then my left and right end, so don't forget my left and right end are going to be these little inside guys right here. They're not going to be on the edge. Go back. Myles Garrett. I didn't love anybody at this right end position. I mean, Nick Lalo, Spruce Smith. Myles Garrett's 2 overall higher, and Myles Garrett's good. That's kind of what that comes down to. He really doesn't belong on the inside of a D-line, but I think he'll be just fine with 90 block shot, 91 power move, 92 strength, and pretty fast for the inside. Maybe I want to drop him in a QB spy or a zone. He should be able to do that pretty well. And then, this is probably the most shocking card on my team. Kenny Clark is going to play that other inside spot. And honestly, the reason is, look at the other positions. Lawrence Guy doesn't excite me, even as a Patriot fan. I'm not buying Lawrence Guy for $350K. It's not happening. Jadeveon Clowney should not be on the inside of any defensive line, and plus this card stinks. And then you got some 87s. So, I mean, Kenny Clark is where it's at for me. He's 314, he's a pretty big player. 89 strength, 90 block shot, and 88 power move for only an 87. Seems pretty good to me. And then we're going to talk about my edge rushers. My guys are going to be on the outside right here. Maybe, blitz them, maybe put them on a flat, maybe man up the running back. So I want some good athletes here. And what I really wanted was this new Micah Parsons. Now, obviously, he's not available. I could have ran this Micah Parsons, which is up for debate. I might run this Micah Parsons. I didn't think of this. I might still do this. If you have this Micah Parsons, highly suggest you still start him. I mean, you probably are anyways, without me telling you that. But that Micah Parsons is very good. He can play a decent amount of coverage, very fast. So I might play him, but right now I have Lawrence Taylor, 85 speed, 90 block shot, 90 power move. Lawrence Taylor always plays good in Madden. It's just how that goes. With DeMarcus Ware, pretty much it's the same thing. 86 speed, 89 block shot, 90 finesse move. DeMarcus Ware plays good at Madden. I could have gone a number of different options here. Shaquille Barrett's pretty good. Danielle Hunter's okay, just not really a big block shed guy. I'm a little worried about the run, but I'm pretty content with Lawrence Taylor and DeMarcus Ware being my edges right there. Let's talk corners. Corners, I haven't played the game in 3.5 weeks. I thought corners would have drastically changed, like there have been hella new corners. And looking at the corners, there hasn't been. You got this new Jerry Jacobs that just came out. 88 speed, only 85 man, 89. It doesn't excite me. It's not a bad card at all, but Charles Woodson just looks better in my eyes. Charles Woodson's going to be 6'1" with 88 speed, which is top of the line for a corner. Charles Woodson, another card that just always plays good. 90 man, 90 zone is perfect. With no blitzing. I mean, you can blitz, but with the pressure not coming in instantly, you're going to have to change up your defense. You're going to have to not let your opponent know what you are running. So you're going to have guys who play man and zone on my team all over the field. You're going to see a trend when we get to the secondary here besides this guy. So Charles Woodson is corner 1. Marlon Humphrey is corner 2. His price is a little exorbitant, as you can see. It was just, honestly, he's fast, he's 6 feet tall, and he can play a lot of, press, man, zone. And kind of what it comes down to, I didn't love any of these options. Kaiir Elam is good, 87 speed, and only 84 man doesn't excite me. Trey Brown's good, he's 5'10", and only 81 zone. Deron Bland, 87 speed. Pappy, 86 speed. Gilmore's a pretty good card. That zone's a little low. There isn't a lot of options that excite me. I think Cromartie's still really, really good. That price is just insane. Joey Porter is really good. I just don't have him anymore. And I'm not willing to spend, that much on an LTD right now, on an 87, 88 overall. I'll take the 89. And then it's slot corner. We have a not corner. And that is because Isaiah Simmons is a cheat code. Cheat code. You might see press and say, Cameron, I'm concerned. Do not be concerned. He's in the slot. I will not have him pressed. But I want him in the slot right here, almost for an extra blitzer. If I can move this guy down, if I can blitz Isaiah Simmons, and he's only blocking 5, I'm going to send 6. And I'll tell you who's going to be free. Oh, that's my Twitter. Isaiah Simmons is going to come free. And he's coming with 88 speed. He's going to be flying in there. Isaiah Simmons, always good card. Can user him if I need to. He's 6'4". In the slot, he's going to take away a lot of what people like to do. Corner routes, I put him in a deep purple. He's going to be tall enough to hopefully stop some of those. So I really like Isaiah Simmons in the slot. That's my favorite addition, I think, to my team that I'm going to have. My favorite, kind of like a little wrinkle in my team. Derwin James here is going to be at backup safety, and that is because he is going to be playing this role right here. This little middle linebacker, sub-linebacker role, that's where Derwin James is going to be. Going to have Lurker on him. Don't know why it's not on here. I'm pretty sure I put it on here. Lurker just because I plan on using him. His price is insane, but like I said, I'm not sparing any expense here on this team. 89 speed, 92 zone, 88 man if I need to man him up, 92 hit power, 6'2", just a typical quote-unquote perfect safety card right there, user card. And then my final 2 last lines of defense is going to be Troy Polamalu with 89 speed, 90 man, 91 zone. I mean, just beautiful stats right there. Maybe not the tallest guy, but with Derwin and Isaiah Simmons, I shouldn't need him to be that tall. And then, maybe my most questionable card, Paul Krause. 66 man is really alarming. I can't man him up, but over the top safety with 93 zone. I know he actually does get route KOs, which I might put deep in, just kind of might run him a lot. Like, he's going to play this overhang, like, not overhang in the box, but like over top. Like, he's going to play this single high safety. Whenever there's a single high safety, I'm making him that safety, which does take a little flexibility away from my defense, but we're going to try him out. Like I said, my most questionable card, he's 6'3", he's tall back there, 93 zone, should play very well. We're going to see how that goes, but that's my team. That's my team. I was going to build an ultimate team before I got out of this video, but there's really no point. I don't want this video to drag on. I'll buy it after the video for MUT Champs, but this is my team, as you can see. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully my defense performs semi-decent. Can I get like a stop a game? Maybe. That might be all I need with this fucking high-powered offense right here. High-powered offense. Defense, by the way, AP-wise, I run an inside stuff and then just, put some pick artists. I got Lurker right here. Maybe put a pick artist on Woodson or Isaiah Simmons or something like that. Other than that, there's not really a meta on defense besides, I think you should have an inside stuff. So, that's going to be the team. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Saturday, I'm going to have a legend video out for y'all tomorrow. But the rest of today, I'm going to be grinding MUT Champs and probably beat my head in the wall. So, I'll see you on the next one. Hope you did enjoy. Deuces.